Hello and welcome to Swipe from Portsmouth Naval Base. Now, imagine designing your own warship and then being able to test it, improve it, and even walk inside it before it's even been constructed. Well, technology typically used for video games is now making that possible. We sent Russell to find out more.
Shipbuilding has come a long way since the days when the SS Canberra first put to sea. And gaming technology is now transforming how ships are designed. The latest virtual reality, familiar to fans of the likes of GTA and Assassin's Creed, is allowing BAE Systems to construct full-scale 3D prototypes of the warships they're working on, which designers and engineers can navigate in an immersive setup so real it feels like you're actually on board.
It's delivering an absolutely fundamental change in how we're doing our engineering. We're getting in with the customer, our regulator, and we're looking at the design, ironing out any issues that we have now so that we're not taking the ship apart later and then having to rebuild it twice.
The company's engineers are using it to design a new range of offshore patrol vessels for the Royal Navy. They used to have to build full plywood models of ships to try to decide what might work and what might not. But now in the visualization suite, engineers can make their way onto the bridge, below decks, even down individual pipes. They can move around anywhere on the vessel, examining specific areas, equipment and systems, looking at the design from any angle, identifying and fixing any potential design problems.
It's really exciting. It's a bit like working in a real-life video game, so I can go in, immerse myself within the warship. I can start to look around as if I was in the Navy, and it's really useful for developing my skills as an engineer and as a designer. So start to get a feel of what it's like to actually use the product before we ever have to build anything.
The technology also means they can work more closely with suppliers and customers, bringing them into the design process at an earlier stage. But despite all the benefits, not everyone is convinced about the merits of technology.
I think it has to be used with caution, though. It isn't the answer to everything. And we have to remember that warfare is fundamentally a human activity, and humans, I'm afraid, are fundamentally inefficient. So when you match technology with humans, you have to allow for the fact that there will be a certain amount of inefficiency and unpredictability in it. And that's what war is all about. So we have to train our people and the technology together to make sure we get the best results.
More simulation technology is in the pipeline at BAE, so they won't be pulling the plug on this project anytime soon. Russell Hope, Sky News.
Well, you're joining me now inside the visualisation suite here at Portsmouth Navy Base, and with me is Stephen Kirby, who was instrumental in bringing the suite to BAE Systems, and we're about to go on board.
Yes, this is our brand new technology to visualise the Navy's new offshore patrol vessel. Before we go on board, let me just pass you across these goggles, which is going to allow you to really feel as if you're on board the ship.
And this is my controller?
This is your controller. It's exactly the same as game-based technology.
Ooh, okay.
And we'll fly onto the bridge.
And this is what an engineer would use?
This is what an engineer would use, our Royal Navy customer would use, and it gives us a truly immersive experience to being able to see what the design is going to be like in practice when the ship is built, to make sure that we're getting it right first time.
So here I am on board, and if I... Oh, look! I can get down under the desks.
Yep.
Did your engineers take a bit of time to get used to this?
You know, they picked this up overnight, just like that. It's a quantum leap forward in terms of their ability to really understand the design. But much more to the point, you could look at that then from the eye's view of the shortest person in the Navy through to the tallest person in the Navy, and that's really giving us confidence that we're getting that design crucially right first time.
And this is great for being able to repair things, to be able to see every nook and cranny, really, isn't it?
It's giving us an unparalleled feel into what the design really looks like. So we can bring in the guys who are going to produce the ship to make sure they can build it. We can bring in the Navy to make sure they can operate it effectively and operate it safely. So I say it's a real quantum leap forward.
Walking over somebody's head here. Great to use. I just wonder though, is there a downside? Does it mean that this stage of the design process could take a bit longer? Because now the engineers have got so much more to obsess over with this extra detail.
Well, actually, it's quite the contrary, because what we're doing now is getting all the people involved in the design together. And first time round, we're enabling us to have a decent discussion so that we nail that design first time.
Fantastic. Well, Stephen Kirby, thank you.